It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad. Joining me in still statue form is Sarah. Sarah is coming back from a weekend of bachelorette party attending, so she will not be joining us. Here in about 10 or 15 minutes, Jason C. from the Mash and Journey Barrel Club will be joining us. And if you saw on the thumbnail, we have 5 different whiskeys here. They've been poured up by separate parties. We do know what the 5 are, so it's not double blind. But we're going to be tasting them, we're going to be ranking them, and actually when Jason gets on, I want to rank these just by looks, perception, memory. Then we can try them, rank them by taste. Since Jason is going to be in the Malt Madness finals, I would actually like to get him, after we do that, to guess which of these are which. A little training exercise. And then finally we'll reveal and see if it was anywhere close to what we thought just based on the labels, or if more than likely it was completely off. I don't know. I'm speaking for myself on that one, but we shall see. So for me, it's going to go left to right. So this is 1, or A, however you want to call it, down to 5 here. So we shall see. The answers are on the bottom of the glass. So maybe before that I can think about how I'm gonna rank these. But first, let me take a look in the chat here so I can say hello to some people. We got Scott Pigsley, the master, what do you call it, admin. When I don't have the other person here to fill in the words, it's scary. Chad from My Daily Bourbon saying, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I know I will personally need it on this live stream, because I'm not used to doing it by myself, but I'm glad I have Jason coming in here. James Wolverton, click, there it is. Nope. What is up? Hello, there it is. The answer is yes. I'm just gonna guess C on all of these. Got Bill here, we got Sugar Kitty, James, hey, Chris, what is happening? All the way from Australia. Michelle, Jay, Paper Cut Lives. I don't know if we've seen you in here before. If this is your first, welcome. Shauna, Kagan, Raging Irishman. Seen a lot of, hey, there's Ian. I just saw him last night. That was last night, right? At This is My Bourbon Weekend. This is my Bourbon Podcast meetup event there. And a lot of others. I can't start naming everybody or then I'll never stop, right? But welcome in to the stream. If you're just joining us, Jason will be joining us in about 12 or so. He's setting up at the moment, so I know that he is coming, and I appreciate him joining us. So here's the deal. Some of these I haven't had in a long time. The Maker's BEP I literally tasted for the first time about 20 minutes ago. Not trying to cheat or anything, but I hadn't had it yet. So I'm like, how can I rank it based on memory if I've never had it? Then I would just completely be going off of what the other wood finishing series have done, and it's been rather well. So Calumet 16 year, the Maker's Mark BEP, that's a 2023 limited release, but I've seen it out there in the wild. Bardstown Bourbon Company 4 Square. I've been enjoying that one. Rebel 10 year, which I haven't had in a minute. And then Foregate, the Kelvin Collaboration 5. I've had this one, but not since an event. So I don't know. Maybe I should. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's somewhere in here. So how would Chad rank these? I'm Chad. Tough. Whew. I'm gonna hold my rankings here. I think I'm gonna go here to, I don't know if the chat could help me out any. That would be great. Any suggestions here? Mike says hi from Canada. Hello, Mike. T-Bone's having a Knob Creek Rye Old Fashioned as a starter. That's always good. Oh, and hey, we have our first super chat of the evening. Thank you, Michelle. She says, sorry you missed your birthday live last week. That's okay. But we're here in the Caribbean, soaking up the sun. So cheers, Chad, and happy birthday. Well, thank you for the belated birthday wishes. And I can't say that I'm not jealous, but I'm not there soaking up that sun as well. It's actually kind of been cold here in Kentucky today. But I need to get something so I can cheers you. Pretty sure this was letter D from my Malt Madness episode, which I believe was Matt Porter's little secret blend of his. I didn't drink them all. They were like almost 2.5 ounces each. So, sugar kitty, cheers to you. Ooh, yes. Let's see. No one is ranking these yet. Chris, I have not seen your dates yet. Is that in an email or something? We're still kind of getting caught up on those. We're always perpetually getting caught up on emails. All right, back to ranking here. Okay. Yes, talks amongst yourselves, ranks amongst yourselves, and maybe people haven't had all these, so that can also make it harder, right? Ooh, okay. Okay. All right, I got mine ranked just on looks and memory alone. So we'll see what it actually comes down to here. Maybe I'll try to guess too. But really, it's on Jason. He's the one going to the finals. If you guys aren't keeping up with Malt Madness, Jason and I and Dan and David were on this last episode. I don't think there's been another episode out because those come out on Fridays, right? And it was announced that I was actually going on to the finals. From where I was keeping score, I was like, I don't think so, but they know better, so they were like, but we'll do a recount and we'll see. But we're pretty sure you got it, Chad. And in my head, I was thinking, no, I think Jason's got this. So I was not shocked the next morning when they were like, we did some recounting and there was a little clerical error, and actually it goes to Jason. So he is moving on. He'll be facing Dan from the Bourbon Junkies in the finals. So we'll have to show him some support when he comes on here. James Wolverton with the super chat, enjoying the Wilderness Trail pick from 2 years ago. Of course, the Sarah variant, great pick and company. James, you were on that. You were on that pick. You helped us with those. Thank you for that, and for the super chat, sir. Boom. That's a good blend that Matt did. I enjoy that. What have I been up to? As I said, this is my bourbon weekend. This is my bourbon podcast. Perry and Eric had a meetup. Had Peggy No Stevens do a pairing. She was on the live podcast. I was brought up as one of the 4 judges for a pairing. It wasn't really. I mean, it was quasi Eric versus Peggy, but it was also a collaboration. So I got to judge on one of the rounds. It was the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie round. Really good. Pretty good pairing there. I found, to me, the wheater was the way to go. And I think that was around Eric had a Wilderness Trail rye, which is like 56% rye. Not super high of a rye for a rye, but I thought the softness of the wheat just really went with that oatmeal cream pie. That was real nice. Hey, Gramps! Thanks for staying up so late. How's your hip? Guessing this is the first official super chat from a concert. Vibing with my people at the Dead & Co. show. Never miss a Sunday show. We'll definitely catch the replay. Cheers. I'm going to go ahead and say it's official. Yes, this is the first super chat from a concert. That's awesome. Dead & Co. Is that like a Grateful Dead tribute band or something, maybe? Guessing? Hoping? I don't know. I'm Peggy for Deadhead. No, I do actually. You wore that tie-dye that one day in Scotland. I was like, that's a big transformation from your solid color jacket to then it's just like tie-dye. And they still call you Gramps? Maybe they're just trying to score weed or something. They probably thought, oh, that guy's got it, if anybody. Thank you, Gramps. Thank you, John. That was terrible. There we go. Chad from My Daily Bourbon says Gramps would rather watch IBN live than Dead & Co. Good taste. I don't know about that because I still don't know what Dead & Co. is, but maybe Dead & Co. is the surviving members plus John Mayer still. Could be. So no Jerry Garcia, right? Well, I mean, obviously no Jerry Garcia, as he is dead. Ironic when you consider the band name. So yeah, just a couple more minutes. We'll get Jason in here. Does anyone have any questions? I'm taking questions from the audience right now. Questions from the audience. We shall see. Raging Irishman is taking his daughter to see Taylor Swift next week on Friday. Wow, hopefully you didn't have to like take out a second mortgage to afford those tickets, because I hear they are crazy. I myself would love to see Blink-182, but they're sort of in the same situation with the Taylor Swift prices. It's crazy, even for like nosebleeds, but I hope you have a good time there. Still getting some people trickling in here. Welcome. Had any Old Dominion? Old Dominic. Sorry, again I'm on the laptop. Don't have the big screen. Old Dominic. I think so. Could not tell you what I thought of it though. How long to the Ireland trip? No decisions have been made yet. Ireland might be next. Scotland 2.0 might be next. Actually, the official next trip is the Kentucky trip. Through the same group. Some of the same people even. But 5 days in Kentucky with us, eating, drinking, experiences that will be pretty special. Electric Shenanigans has some Calumet 16 in the Glen tonight. Good. Got one of our 5 here. How would you rank it amongst others? Electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie. Is your Bourbon Trail trip sold out yet? We have 3 remaining spots. 3 remaining. There's 20 spots booked so far. Question. What distillery has the best tour? That is a good question. Not completely qualified to answer because, one, once you go on a tour and a couple years pass, they change it and it's a new experience. Some I just haven't been on yet. Like, haven't been to Green River. Need to do that. Need to make that trip. But Danny, the free tours are Buffalo Trace. They're a free tour of the like 5 or however many that they have. Those are always nice. Bardstown Bourbon Company is great because you get to go in the warehouse and thieve straight out of barrel. Heaven Hill has multiple tours, but one of them is called You Do Bourbon, and you get to bottle your own bourbon of different varieties. Like they have Larceny, Cask Strength, they have Bernheim, Bernheim got taken off because they actually sell that now. But some people we know just did that the other day. 9 out of 10 says Electric Shenanigans on that Calumet 16. Yeah, a lot of people do like that. That's kind of why I picked this one. Looking at it now, I probably picked a few too many heavy hitters. I actually had Rebel 100 Rye in here, and instead of the 10-year, and I was like, well, here's like a $20 bottle going up against 200, 80. 160, 80, 90. So like that's not fair. So I put in the 10-year, which is now like over $100. Used to be $50. So maybe it's a little top heavy. I probably should have taken 2 of those out, put 2 more regular ones in. But I was also kind of pulling from some things I haven't tried yet, like that Maker's Mark, and some other ones that have just sort of been floating around. The Rebel, which I haven't tried in a long time. Kelvin Collaboration, which I just bought yesterday, actually, a full bottle, but I pulled from a little sample that I have of it, so I haven't opened that one yet. But thank you for that super chat. Also, Electric. Let's see what else we got here. I need to revisit Heaven Hill. Anyone want to put together a tour? Yeah, Barrel Proof EDC. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of people in here. Y'all get a tour going. Ian is saying his Bardstown is his favorite distillery tour. Yeah, it is a good one. It is a good one. I also have I think they're still doing the breakdown components where you get to try those separate of things. Plus, you can eat at the restaurant, which is amazing. It's all good. 100% pure mustard. No. Evil. What rack is your C16? I have W4007.09 and W4004.09. I prefer the former. Both took 3+ months to really open up, but are fantastic now. Well, let me tell you, mustard. Rack number W4005.09, which I think is one that you said, right? Yeah. So you said you prefer the former, so the 07 instead of the 05. Well, we'll see. I guess the proof is the same, right? 106. This is a 19-barrel batch size on the Calumet, if you prefer, instead of Calumet 16. Where in Kentucky you from? Reside in Lexington, the second largest city behind Louisville. Stitzel Weller is great. Haven't really been there since it was Bullet, basically. Question: what's the most go-to restaurant in Louisville? Oh, that's a good question. Jack Fry's is an amazing restaurant in Louisville. If you're looking for one that's got more sort of pub style food that also has a great whiskey selection, I would say Bourbon Bistro. They're pretty amazing. Yeah, I would say so. What's up with that t-shirt, Chad? This is the green version of the Rye or Die. It says Rye or Die on the back. See, yeah. Rye or Die on the back. This is a new color. It's on the store. It's on the store now. WhiskeyAmbitions.com. That's where you can get it. It's got the IBN and the skull there. Very nice. Yeah. Oh, hello. Please welcome to the show. From the Mash and Drum, Mash and Journey Barrel Club, he is Jason C. And now I put him on screen. Hey, Jason.
Hey.
How's it going, man?
Buddy? How are you?
Thank you for saving me. I'm not good at talking solo. So, thank you.
Hey, my pleasure, man. Always love when we get to live stream. So,
for sure.
Sarah left you hanging, huh?
What? Yeah.
Sarah left you hanging.
Yeah. Daggone it. Hold on. Get back here. There you are.
Yeah.
Hold on. I always forget. I guess I need to have guests on more often because I always forget how to freaking change. Here we go. Hey, how about it? Look at that.
There we go. That's nice.
Look at those two handsome devils. So, first of all, congratulations on kicking my ass.
I far from kicked your ass.
Well, narrowly kicking my ass. No, I mean I knew it. Here's my score sheet from Malt Madness, and I was, as he was saying the points, I was writing them, and I was like, oh no, Jason's got this, because you had a couple you got 7 points. You really, you got really close on proof or whatever it was, and I was like, I'm not getting any 7s. I'm getting 3s and 2s and 5s.
Yeah, when the proof stuff was happening, I don't know. I was like, I had no idea, honestly. I wasn't sure. There was so much happening that night, and then
I mean, literally, because it lasted 3.5 hours.
Yeah. And Shayla was going through so many numbers and scores, and I wasn't sure.
Oh my god! Mm-hmm.
sure. I wasn't sure where we were at. So
She was going through more than just numbers. She was going through a myriad of emotions and
yeah,
noodles. I think.
yeah, the noodles thing really. I was like, what's happening? We have noodles now. Okay,
Noodles, noodles.
she's
You
eating.
reach that third hour,
She's
and you gotta have noodles.
she's tipsy and she's eating noodles. Okay,
Yeah,
are we
but I
sure
mean, I had
these?
a great.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's gonna be a recount tomorrow, but I had a great time. That's the furthest that I've ever made it in Matt Madness. So I was, as they say, it's just an honor to be nominated. And but yeah, you're in the finals. Is that scheduled yet?
No, not yet. We have a tentative date of obviously this weekend. Obviously, we couldn't do it just this past Friday because of
Mm-hmm.
Memorial Day weekend. I can't do
Yeah.
next Friday because I'm away. So I think it's looking. I think it's like June 6th or 8th, possibly. It's
Oh,
that
okay.
first Friday. It's that first Friday in June, whatever that is.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, I think that's the
Nice.
tentative date. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, let's ask the chat here. Who's the chat rooting for? Jason or Dan? Let's see. I mean, honestly, you're on, so I think a lot of people will vote for you. But Dan, this is his second trip to the big dance,
Yeah.
right? So I'm sure some people are wanting him to pull it out. I'm gonna remain neutral. I'm not picking favorites.
I, I'm,
Uh,
I'm sure. I'm sure Dan. I mean, I've went head to head with him before. Um, he's beaten me. I think one out of a few times. I beat him in the Malt Madness thing. We made it for two bourbon guys. We made it to the finals of Malt Madness, which was very surprising.
nice,
Um,
nice,
I ended up
nice.
winning that. So I don't know. I guess if Dan beats me when we do the finals for Malt Madness, then we'll have to do some kind of tiebreaker at some point. So
Yeah. Well, we're getting a lot of Jasons here. A
hmm
few Dans. Like I said, I would bet this skews a little more Jason heavy. Um,
yeah. Well, I mean,
because you're joining
Dan's
us on
definitely
here.
yeah, but Dan's definitely going to have the. I think he's going to have a big contingency rooting for him. So.
Oh, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
honestly, if I somehow win, I'm going to be just completely floored and surprised. I mean, honestly, it's one of those things that it's just it's like if that happens, man, from being totally just slipping on every banana peel the last 2 years and just completely just just crapping the
Yeah, me
bed
too.
to get to the final would be pretty crazy. So
Yeah, totally. It's a Cinderella story. Little little Joe says can't pick between the two. They're both great guys. I agree. I agree with you, little Joe. Yeah.
I like Carlos Garcia's um, idea there.
Tie. Then a
Super
super
sudden
sudden hardcore
or
death match.
hardcore death
Yeah.
match.
Now, if Matt had continued the hardcore rules about the to get your answer in first, I don't know. I think I might have edged out because that was sort of it was a strategy that worked for me in the last round before the one we were in, and it
Yeah.
worked for me. And I was like, well, not only did it work for me in the extra points, but I was also like, I didn't get too much in my head about it. I had my first instinct. I put it in the phone. I hit send, and I set the phone down. And it seemed to work for me. So I was like, I'm just going to do this in this other round, too. He didn't have the speed thing, so I could have taken more time. But honestly, I don't think it would have helped. I don't think it would have helped me any. It's
Yeah, I
just
mean,
best to go.
I did not. I gotta say, like, only one of the rounds I did had some real, some real impactful hardcore questions. It was actually the first round I did when I went against Dusty Dan and Jeffrey Wack, and
Hmm.
he had that last final round where you try to guess the bottle or whatever. He actually named a few of those hardcore questions for you get like double the points, and
Yeah.
that happened to be one of the couple times where I called the bottle. I was like, it was
Sweet.
Maker's Mark cast strength, and that was like a hardcore question. I'm like, oh, so
Oh, beauty.
I banked on that, so that was good. So
Nice. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's awesome. Well, best of luck to you, obviously. Uh, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, just so
But
you
for
know,
tonight,
just so you know, you were really cool about it. I appreciate it. I mean,
oh, I mean, come on.
you never, yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
you never know how people are going to react.
Well, yeah, when you put competition into it, like,
Yeah,
just the whiskey community in general, yeah, we're all chill, we're all great. But, some people take competition really seriously. They've got that competitive nature. They've, got the sports instinct. And, yeah, so you're right. You never do know. But, I mean,
yeah,
hey.
you can ask my wall I punched last year when I lost.
Oh, my God. That's
Yep,
right.
yep. I was so pissed last year. Oh man.
Uh, so when you heard the ruling, the overturn ruling, did you like do a backflip? Were you like, yeah, suck it, Chad? Or
No, no, I was more like what? Like I was more surprised than anything. I literally
yeah,
woke up and I saw, the text thread and I'm reading it. I'm like, "Seriously?" Like I don't know. It didn't really compute I think until Matt did the announcement or whatever, but
mm-hmm,
all good, man. We'll see what happens. It's all fun. Like there was no way I was going to be pissed because I had made it that far this year, so I was already
totally.
like happy. I was like, I didn't embarrass myself like I did the last couple of years. So let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta get there. There we go. I gotta get Sarah in there. There she is.
Oh, there's Sarah.
Yeah, there she is. Hello. So tonight we can kind of treat it as a little bit of training. I mean, you know what these five are. So here's what
Yeah.
I've already done.
Okay.
While I was kind of talking with the chat and
Mm.
getting ready for you to come in, I ranked these five just on memory. How I think this might strike out tonight.
Oh, that's a good
So
idea. I
I've
could do
done that.
that.
I haven't revealed it to the chat, and I don't want you to either. But I would like you to just take a second to rank them by memory or how you feel it's gonna work out. Then we're gonna do these. We're gonna rank them blind, just from our tastes. Then I would like you to bottle guess them. I'll bottle
Oh,
guess them too, but really, it's more for you, young man. Training
yeah.
here,
So
and
so everybody knows like Chad and I we know the bottles, but we don't know the order. These were poured blind. So
yes, these were poured by third parties.
third
Uh,
parties.
I have I have my answers on a sticker on the bottom of the Glencairn here.
Yeah, I didn't. She didn't have time to do that, so
No, that's
they're just
fine. That's
they're
fine.
just in
So
order. I
this
don't.
is the answer sheet. Yeah. So I've got from left to right, my left
Okay.
to my right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
Yeah,
that's
I didn't want her to mess with it, or I was like, just leave them in order, and Chad will tell
yeah,
me what's what. So
for sure, for sure. And then we'll reveal and see how right or wrong we are, how the bottle guesses come out, and then how it lines up to our predictions here. So,
yeah, let's see here.
eh.
I mean, these are
Well, I was telling the chat earlier. I made it a little. I think I made it a little too top heavy here as far as like bigger bottles. I had Rebel 100 Rye in here, and then I was like, well, that's the only like $20 bottle against these others. I should have put two lower end ones in here, but I was kind of, I don't know. I guess I wanted to taste these, so this is how it came out. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. But
all
we
right.
got what we got. The highest price one's going to be the Four Gate Kelvin Collaboration 5. That's a $200 bottle. I would say the lowest price one is probably the Makers. 70 to
Yeah,
$80.
about $70. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Rebel 10's what, about 100 these days, a little more.
100, 110, yeah. The Four Square from BB Co is
That's
like
100. That's 160. I mean, that's
one, yeah, I was going to say 150, 160.
yep.
Uh,
Good. Yep.
I think it's 150. Oh, I saw it yesterday at Justin's, I think for like 150. Which is where I found my bottle of Four Gate yesterday. I was just going off of the sample that I have. So,
And
yeah,
what do you say Calumet is? Calumet's still pretty decent.
160. I think it's like 160.
Okay.
Yeah. So we go from let's say 70 at the low end to 200. So
Okay.
there's a fairly decent. I mean, it's 2023. That's about what bourbon costs nowadays. There's obviously lower price ones, but some people aren't interested in those. I am, but not everyone is. I want to find the best tasting, lowest price bourbon always. It's always the quest. So let's get into it. If you'll pick up your bourbon, I don't know, we can call it A, or we can call it 1, whatever.
All right.
And let's just talk it out.
Hold on, I'm going to post the link to this live stream real quick on my Patreon before I forget.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's see what's going on in the chat here. So people are talking about Bookers, it looks like. Which I haven't seen the new Bookers in our area.
I was a big fan of Charlie's batch. I did like it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
they
did.
seem to be on the
Their
right
thought-
track.
Yep, on the right track. I couldn't say it better. On the right track.
Yeah. It seems like when they put anything, the magic number seems to be if it's 7 years or older, it's been good. If it's a day under 7, for whatever reason, not that it matters, but it's just how it's been tracking. It's like, meh. So I say just keep them over 7.
Yeah, I mean, I
know.
do like that we've been seeing them a little over 7 years the last few releases, which is
Yeah.
a nice trend. Hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it makes a huge difference, but I think it makes you feel a little bit better when you see the 7 instead of the 6 when you drop $100
Yeah.
on them,
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's see here. Whoops. Well, there's a black screen.
Turn yourself off.
There we go. Yeah, I hit the wrong thing. Oh, okay.
All right, so we're just gonna kind of nose these, talk it out here.
Yeah.
All right, well,
It's not super, in my face, which is okay. But
it's pretty light. It's light, but it's very, very. I mean, a lot of sweet.
we got 2 weeders in here. The Rebel and the Makers.
It's true.
Could be a weeder. We got a finished in the Foregate and the Bardstown. And then just a regular, rye mash bill bourbon in the Calumet.
I was wondering. I think it was interesting that you picked you have the Bardstown rum, and then you have the Foregate because that Foregate 5 is what is it? Sherry and rum, I think, for the 5, I believe.
Australian Mars sherry, yeah. Sherry and dark rum.
Okay.
Yeah, sherry and dark rum.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to kind of see if we can maybe pick out one or the other.
Man, I kind of get some berries on this, some light berries.
For sure.
Um,
Man, so it's like I'm just getting like a rum raisin ice cream on this.
ooh, rum raisin.
Yeah, rum raisin.
That always makes me think of City Slickers. Did you ever watch City Slickers?
Dude, it's been a while, but I love that movie.
Well, you remember on the trip were the 2 sort of like Ben and Jerry's, but it wasn't Ben and Jerry's. I forget what they called it, but the 2 guys who made that franchise, and they were like, name any meal, and I can tell you what is the perfect ice cream pairing. And I remember one of them. He's like, rum raisin. I'm like, yes. I'm like, yes. How do you know he's right? Like, 120 franchise locations. That's how.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
That's always what I think about rum
Rum
raisin.
raisin.
Yeah, rum raisin. That's a
very,
good
I
one.
don't know,
Also,
it's very ice creamy to me. Like,
well, give it a nice deep whiff, and think about bubblegum, like some bubblegums.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that is
kind of
old school, like strawberry bubblicious. No,
Yes.
Hubba Bubba. Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba. All right, we'll also accept Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba. So I'm gonna keep my counter going here for bottle guesses and for ranking. All right, let's go ahead and dive into it. To your health, everybody. Let us know what you're drinking out there in the chat.
Cheers.
Woo! Higher proof. We should also say that.
That's a
looks like
sweet and spicy meatball.
Sweet and spicy meatball. That our lowest proof
You want
here tonight.
you want to guess proof too on these?
Sure, why not? That
No,
goes
I mean,
with your training.
yeah,
So our
why not?
lowest proof tonight is the Rebel at 100 proof. We've got next is the Calumet at 106. We got the Bardstown at 107. Got the Makers at 110.7, and then our highest is actually the Four Gate Kelvin at 117. So pick one of those five. Don't be going like, I think it's 98, Chad. Nah, that's not a good guess. Not a
You're
good guess,
lying.
Jason.
It's 84 proof. You're lying. Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean that's good. It's really good.
It is good. I don't think it's. I mean, this isn't a competition, so we can talk. We can help each other.
Yeah,
We can talk through it, right? I don't think it tastes like it's 16 years old. Now watch it be, because I could see this being 106 proof. But I'm not getting leather. I'm not really. I mean, there is some
no,
oak on there, but
there's nothing Calumet-y about it. If that makes
nothing
sense.
Calumet-y.
Calumet-y,
Mm-hmm.
Calushwetti.
Yeah.
Um,
Calumet. Hot and ready.
I mean, just how proof forward it is. I mean, just if I had to guess one or the other, I would think it's either the Four Gate or the Bardstown Foursquare, because I am getting, again, that rum raisin ice cream is still staying on the palate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a hard time remembering like how rum forward one of the two is. I
Yeah.
know they're both kind of close in proof. I don't know.
Yeah.
One's a little bit,
I haven't had the Kelvin 5 since we ran into each other at the event.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
the first time I've had it, and it's actually the last time I've had it.
Which was awesome, by the way.
It was awesome. Um, Off the nose, though, it could be a weeder. I don't think it's a Rebel, so maybe it's the Makers. 110.7 proof? That would make sense to me.
I thought the Makers the first time I smelled it, only because the whatchamacallit, the I just reviewed that bottle and I thought it was really sweet.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of sweetness, but I don't know. I don't know if it's at that weedy Maker's Mark signature. Not sure.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know which one. I'm still gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna say it's either the Four Gate or the Bardstown.
okay. I've tentatively got it written in as either the Bardstown or the Makers.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
You're
don't know. I
probably
just
right. It's
I'm
probably
getting
the
this.
Forgate.
I'm getting the spice. I don't remember. I don't remember the Makers having that type of a finish on it. However, the
Well,
Foursquare, yeah, it's got to be one of those two. I'm thinking this
mm,
is, yeah, this definitely messes with your head when you. I don't know what's worse, not knowing anything or actually knowing and looking like an idiot when you can't figure out what it is.
exactly. It's like it's 1 out of 5. You could throw a rock
Yeah.
and hit one of them.
All right.
Yeah, no,
We
I'm
got.
with you.
I think I have a guess for that one. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Let's move on.
All right. Let's go to the next one.
Guys, if you like these lenses here that can cover up your Glencairn, trap the nose, they're available at whiskeyambitions.com. Shameless plug. As as well as the Glencairns.
Oh man,
Oh, this is fruitier.
talk about flipping it on its head. Ooh,
It's juicy smelling.
more. This is not so much like raisin. This is more like a bright. I'm getting like totally like bright strawberry in this.
Strawberry.
Yep.
Strawberry.
Maybe it's like maybe it got me thinking like that strawberry bubble gum again a little bit, but
Oh
this is
yeah.
not,
Uh huh.
it's not so bubble gummy. It's more of a fresh fruit.
I could see that. I could see it being one of those newer bubble gums that when you bite into it, it sort of like gushes out
Hmm.
things. But yeah, like it's more natural.
Oh
A
man,
little bit of honey. It's good nose. I'm gonna write that down. That's a good
I
nose.
am. Yeah, this is a fantastic nose.
Yeah. Maybe it's one of these finishes that's contributing to that.
Yeah, my immediate go-to, just remembering, is maybe I'm thinking this could be the Makers, but I would have to taste it first because I
Oh
remember
wow.
the Makers having a delicious nose on it. It was very sweet. little confectionery. I don't remember getting this much strawberry though, or like fresh fruit
I
forwardness.
I had the makers for the first time about 20 minutes ago.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, I hadn't opened the bottle yet.
Can we
So
get a first? Can we get a first impression? What'd you think?
I was like setting up the live and I was kind of just drinking it. I was doing that. I was not in my analytical mind, but I was like, if I'm going to rank these blind, I need to know what it tastes like. I was like, oh, it's
Yeah,
good. And that was about
I mean, it's fine. I did every
the
Maker's
end of it.
Mark. I did every Maker's Mark blind on my live stream on Wednesday, and
Nice.
it was interesting results. The BRT two ended up being my favorite, with the SE4 PR, whatever,
Five.
a very close second. Those are my top two.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I remember that B, whatever you said, 2,
Hmm.
really dark. I remember it being kind of dark, and I'm liking that.
It smelled dark too. That was like the differentiator. It actually matched. Man, I could just nose this glass. This is good.
Yeah, it's almost got like a cedar chest a little bit too, like a really
There's
bright wood.
getting a very, very, very slight, like almost like a smoke note, maybe like barrel char a little bit on this.
Mm-hmm. Got a super chat here from Tony Joy Bag of Donuts, who I just saw yesterday. Knock knock. Your special co-hosts are here. Hi, Jason.
A 40 bag of donuts.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate that. Cheers to you. And I'm gonna go ahead and drink it. To your health.
Yeah, I can't wait to try this one.
Okay, the brightness wasn't there like I was expecting. It's a
It
little
was
dry,
not. It was
and it
not.
has some tobacco, dried tobacco leaf, barrel
I
char.
This is very heavy barrel char for me for whatever reason. It's not drying though. I'll give it that, because sometimes you get a lot of barrel char, it kind of dries your palate out. This isn't drying. It's
It's
still staying,
it's
flavorful.
borderline for me. But
Borderline
I think
drying.
I'm more I'm more like sensitive because a dry whiskey can sometimes kind of kill it. Whoa, interesting. Going back to the nose after knowing what it tastes like,
Kind of
fruity
changes. Like,
pebbles.
yeah, it's all. I can't like kind of get the barrel char oak note. I mean, the fruit's still there, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I don't know what happened. Maybe just me tasting it just brought out something else. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
changed up for me. I thought I had an idea of what that is. Now I have no clue.
I mean, I gotta think it's
As
something
far as
older, like the 16 year.
yeah, as far as proof goes, where are you leaning? I don't think it's
Uh,
I don't think it's nearly
wh-
as I don't think it's as proofy as the first one.
agreed. I think
Um,
it's about 106 proof because
you think
that's
it's
what the Calumet is.
Calumet?
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, yeah. I mean,
Dryer
could it be
oak.
the Calumet? Could be.
Man, if we'd put the Knob Creek 18 in here, that would have stood out.
Oh, dude,
It would have stood up and said hi.
not even
Uh,
close.
yeah, I'm the 18 year, obviously.
I'm I'm an oak monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'll go.
I
I don't
just
know.
don't see it being the Rebel 10. If that's a 10 year, wow. That is a particularly, and we should say that's a single barrel. So my bottle, your bottle, they're going to be a little different.
Yeah, they could be a little different. I mean, most Rebel 10s I've had are pretty close. I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever had one. I don't think I've ever had one that's just completely has ever blown me away for being completely different. So,
Mm-hmm.
what's up, Kelsey Dime is here. Saucy Shane. What's going on, fellas?
Saucy.
Saucy Shane.
Saucy. Nice. Welcome
All
in.
right.
If you guys aren't normally in our chat, welcome in. We appreciate it. Make yourself at home. Take your shoes off. We don't care.
Put your feet up. It's Memorial Day weekend. Grab a rib, grab a bourbon, eat and drink
We
something.
got some sausages on the grill. Be ready in a minute.
Sausages.
Sausages.
I'm making some 2 giant rack of St. Louis ribs tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, nice rack.
Nice.
What knockers?
For
Okay.
dessert, some Cool Whip for dessert.
I'm sorry, some what?
Cool Whip.
Say cool.
Cool
Say whip.
Whip.
Say cool whip.
Cool Whip.
I hate you. All right, I'm just gonna, I don't know. And once we go through all these 5, I'm definitely going back and changing answers. So what's it
We
even
already
really matter?
change answers? Okay. All right, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
It's not fair to. Well, you don't get to change your answers. I do.
Okay. I will leave my guesses exactly where they are.
That's right. That's more Matt. That's more Matt Madness style.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jason, you starting off with some gabagool? Actually, we are, Tim Cornet. I'm making a whole charcutes, Italian style, the cheese, the meats, the gabagool, the supersat, getting it all.
Dang. Gabagool.
Oh, yeah. Hellstorm brings up a good, did you hear about that? The new bottle, did you hear about that?
Yeah. 10-year-old Old Forester.
10-year-old
I don't remember
Old
what the. I don't remember what was the proof on it. I can't remember.
I'll take a look at it here.
I was just like, whoa, 10-year. All right. Because normally it's like 4 to 6 year stuff that they're normally putting out. That's
So, I mean, I don't know if this is
pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't know if this is for position only, but it says 100 proof on the label.
That's what people are saying
nobody
too. But
saw
yeah,
it.
it could be a holding
Old
spot.
Forester, 1924, 10-year-old. So, where is this in the lineage of the? Obviously, it's the it's the latest variant of the Whiskey Row series, but
I thought Whiskey Row was done. I thought
that's what I thought. So
it was 4.
This has to be a limited release, I'm guessing, but the 10-year-old expression honors the 100th anniversary of the occasion when in 1924, Owsley Brown took barrels of whiskey with different mash bills to a warehouse on Howard Street in Louisville, Kentucky, and bottled them as Old Forester. So this is just honoring that specific event in 1924.
So it has nothing to do with 10 years. That's what I'm hearing. They're just like, we'll make it 10 years. I don't know.
Well, it's 10 years for the 100th anniversary, so just minus the 0.
10's not 100. I know I'm not very good at math, but I can do that.
You want a 100-year-old Old Forester?
Yes. Aged in Antarctica. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, 100. I mean, if it's 100 proof, I mean, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, 100's a good proof.
I like their stuff at
like
100 proof.
I like 120 better. I was trying to think, what is 1920? It's 120. No, it's 115.
115.
It's 115. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah. I would like 115 better, but hey.
Yep.
What you gonna do?
I don't know. Probably.
All right, Jason.
Probably some impossible bottle that we'll have to pay out the ass to get, but we'll see what happens.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right, number 3.
Number 3. Some more spice here in this one.
Spicy and sweet.
Spicy and sweet. A little bit of brown sugar. Not a whole lot in the glass, though.
No, it's pretty. Pretty light.
Yeah.
A little bit. I'm getting grain on here. A little grain forward. I think
Maybe.
this is one of. I think this is one of the 2 wheaters.
I was gonna say, which some people be like, "Hey, you all just said spice." Well, just because it's a wheater doesn't mean it can't have spice on the nose.
Wheaters can definitely have spice.
Yeah, higher proof wheaters can definitely fool you in blinds.
I mean, if you've ever had a Rebel, single barrel, I mean, those are Not the Rebel 10. I'm talking the Rebel
Right.
from
The
like
120 proof.
yeah,
Yeah.
those can
They
have some.
sometimes the rebels could be spicier than the Ezra Brooks. All right.
All right. I know what that is.
Oh, do you now?
I do. The
Says he
finish
knows,
on it.
folks.
The finish on it is unmistakable.
Hmm. Okay.
Like
Okay. So I'm gonna.
for my palate, I feel like I could pick up this whiskey. It gives me a weird vibe every time I taste it, and it. All right, yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna put a star by 3. That if you're not right on that one, I must ridicule. Okay. Good.
Not only ridicule me, but you could ask Matt to give me negative points.
Ooh. I'll
Sorry.
I'll I'll uh I'll make a phone call. See what I can do. You know. Mm-hmm. And starting
Yeah,
out with -5 points, it's gonna
negative
gonna be a
five
big
because
comeback here.
he tried to bottle shot. He tried to bottle shot something, and it went totally wrong.
Well, what do you like? What do you like about this? Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose.
I do like how sweet it is. I mean, the brown sugar,
Yeah, the brown
vanilla.
sugar.
I mean, it's hard to kind of just get past that.
It's
But
nice. It's nice and easy.
the finish on it, I think I kind of getting back to a little bit what you said earlier about the last one, a little bit of a sweet tobacco note, but not like a more of a
Not like a
like a
not
lighter
like a
cigar.
16-year.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. Uh huh. Uh huh.
a lighter cigar, like a Connecticut wrap, not like a dark wrapper. Yeah.
If you say so.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Proof
Yeah, no,
wise, it could be 100.
could
It
be
could be
100.
110.
Yeah, I would put it in that realm somewhere. So yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm sticking with my guess. That finish on it for me is just it does it.
It does it. It's pushing the
Does it
buttons.
makes it do what it do.
Yeah, do what it do. Hmm. I mean, I like it. Good thing about it so far, I'd be happy with any of these that we've tasted.
Yeah, man. I love number one for me. I really love it. Number two, man, the the nose and the palate were very different, but both equally delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then number three, I mean, number three, I don't know. I like it. I could probably take it or leave it.
Yeah. I just wrote down about mid of the pack, middle of the pack.
Yeah, yeah.
But seeing as how we've only had 3 so far, it's like it might actually be bottom of the pack. Okay. What's going on here in the chat? Did I miss a super chat?
Was
Did
that
I?
super chat?
Let me see. Scrolling, 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 scrolling. I sure did. Bad me. Thank you all for helping keep me honest. From, oh, this is when I would have
Mamuka.
Sarah read. Mamuka. Yeah, you're right. See? Thanks, Sarah. Mamuka in 1977. Gentlemen, I want to ask you guys how they
How
with
they
Roy?
how they with Roy? For what does that mean?
I don't know. For some reason, he missed my super chat. We can do something about allocated bourbon. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So when we were on Roy from Macavite, we were on his VPub the other night, and I think you're saying you super chatted Roy and he missed it. What can we do about allocated bourbon? What can the community do to change that about how allocated bourbon is treated? First of all, thank you, Mamuka. Appreciate that. Boom. Cheers to you. I've always said a solution that's not realistic, but I think would help a lot. And it's something that we sort of saw in Scotland. Smaller bottles. You would have more to go around if you put them in smaller bottles. Now, I'm not talking about a little 50 mil like an airplane bottle, but maybe a 100 mil, because you take a 750 and you're basically dividing it by seven, point five. But you could get 7 bottles for every 1 bottle if you bottled really allocated things into 100 mils. Now, I don't think that's helpful at all because I don't see anyone doing that. Peerless does some of it. They do 200 mils of some of their picks that are in the gift shop and things like that, or just the regular on the shelf, which is great because that $100 barrier for Peerless was one of the things that kept me from getting it for a long time. Even though I was hearing rave reviews, oh, Peerless Rye, it's worth $100, it's great. I'm like, it's 3 years old, come on. But that just goes to show you that doesn't all, I mean, we have those things like age statements and proof and all this mash bill and all this stuff as sort of a reference or a bar, but it's not a hard and fast rule, right? So that was my bad but also it's 100 of your dollars, so it's like,
Yeah.
do I just want to put it out there or not? I got for $25 a 200 mil, and I was like, boom, now I get to try it, see if I like it or not. I did, and then went and bought a full bottle. So I think if more places did smaller bottles, that would help. You would still have to do limit one, so people wouldn't be like, give me 10. But that's the first thing that popped into my head. What do you think, Jason?
Uh, Honestly, I mean, I love the smaller bottle idea. I think I've always been a fan of that. Like, I love that Jack Daniels did 375 milliliters for their Coy Hill release.
That's correct. Yep.
Uh, I don't know. I actually pitched that idea live onto the friggin' Campbell Brown, president of Old Forester, was on my live stream, and I'm like, "How about 3 little 75 birthday bourbon bottles?" And he's like, "Do you know what
Yeah.
that would cost?" He's like, "Do you know what that would cost in glass?" I'm like,
True,
"Okay,
but
yeah,
you
yeah,
always get a better deal when you buy in bulk. So they would be more expensive. So it
yeah,
would be more economical to buy a fifth than to buy a 100 or 200 or even a 375.
yeah."
So I feel like the distillery can make up for that by just charging a little bit more.
Yeah, I think for as far as allocated bourbon goes, I hate to blame the consumers because we are to blame. It's I think the market has figured it out. They've been figuring out for many years now that anything you put out that has a limited edition on it, it just makes it that much more desirable. Um, I think that's
Exactly.
why
What? Yep.
I think that's yeah, they would rather have the hype. That's what it's about. They want the attention. FOMO sells. The
Mm-hmm.
the the frenzy around an allocated bottle. It's hard to I mean, look at what happened with. I think a great example is Wild Turkey, Russell's 13. Now, Russell's 13, when that was announced and hit the market, I don't think I ever remember a Wild Turkey bottle ever getting that much hype and want
Mm.
and desire than that bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Except
Yep.
maybe the few, dusty bottles that people will, pay up, pay up a little more
Cheesy
for.
gold foil and yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But Russell's 13 is a great example because that bottle, I think, put Wild Turkey in a light that it was like starting to avoid for a long time where,
Mm-hmm.
everything that Wild Turkey was putting out was great, but nobody really thought of it as like either allocated or something that anyone had FOMO about. But ever since that bottle, I feel like most turkey releases are now, now Masters Keeps are those used to sit on the shelf. Now they're gone.
True.
So I just think for us as consumers, this is what makes it more important for us to know what's good and available on the shelf. And
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
in today's day and age, there are so many good whiskeys out there that are usually. I just did a video the other day and I was talking about some like more unknown bourbon brands that I've been trying lately. And most of this stuff has been better than some of these allocated special release stuff coming out from the big distillers. It's just,
Yeah.
I think education, obviously watching whiskey too, because most of us will, we will give you. as long as you line up with our palettes, whatever palette you watch that you line up with, we'll give you the best indication of what we think is worth the money or not. But I think
Mm-hmm.
more than any time ever, being educated, knowing what's on the shelf, and not just trusting marketing, and knowing what's out there, not just falling for a good story, is the only way to fight allocated bourbon. Because as long as people still buy it and flip it and do all that, it's not going to stop.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's
Yep.
true. So I guess the answer is there's no way because that's not
At
happening.
least at least right now. Do you feel like the average consumer doesn't even know about BTAC, and all
Yeah.
of us have given up getting one except in a lottery? I mean, I still think there's some good stores out there that people have built relationships with that get. I feel like stores are getting less and less now. At least the stores that I dealt with, they're getting less and
Mm-hmm.
less bottles of BTAC than they used to. So
Yes.
I haven't seen a bottle of BTAC for myself in a long time, like at retail. So
Yep. Yep.
yeah, it's tough.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yep.
Uh, do you want to put this up on screen from Reed? It says, Happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone and to those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Indeed. Thank you,
Yeah.
Reed.
That's probably the most important statement of the weekend, guys. So
It's true.
it's
It's
true.
true.
If it wasn't
As
for
we
those,
move,
if it wasn't for those who
ooh,
sacrificed, you couldn't have
we wouldn't
two
be enjoying this.
two
Yep.
dashing gentlemen sitting here on YouTube drinking
Go on. Go
beer.
on.
Go on.
Speaking of dashing looking, look at the Bourbon 4. It's got a nice little color to it.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Yeah. Now,
Oh, oh wow.
also, okay. I
Oh.
see.
First thing came to mind.
That's
You ready for this? Don't
ripe
ready?
for. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in your head right now. All right,
Mm
smell it real quick. Smell it real quick. Luden's cough drops cherry.
hmm. So specific. I don't know if I know that brand name,
Luden's
but
Luden's cherry cough drops.
Lu- Ludens. We were looking for Ludens.
Looking for Luden's.
Okay, yeah, I definitely get the cherry. Also get stone fruit, a little bit of uh, uh date, sort of date. It's sort of like raisin but darker. Fig, those type of, and oak. Not a whole lot of oak, but that
It's
oak is
this is
definitely
I mean
there.
it's oaky, but it's sweet oak. It's not.
Yeah,
It's very sweet oak.
I feel like this is gonna taste great.
Yeah. I mean the nose is fantastic.
Splash myself a little bit. Got a little overzealous with the swirl. All right then. To your health.
Cheers.
Oh. Oh, a little more punch than I was expecting.
Fudge, you
Almost
say?
dry. Punch. I said almost a punch.
Oh, punch.
Yeah.
This is so cherry medicinal to me. I get I get a lot of cherry Garcia ice cream that's laced with like a tiny bit of cherry NyQuil.
Hmm.
Or bits of Luden's cough drops in it.
Bits of Ludens. That's the name of your band, Bits of Ludens.
Bits of Luden's hashtag band name.
You guys are playing Friday night. Um, it's missing a mouthfeel that I thought it was gonna have.
Yeah, I mean it's thin. Um,
I thought by the nose it was gonna have the same type of like luscious, almost like BTAC level,
mhm.
WLW level, crazy mouthfeel. And it's borderline dry. Maybe it would go good with the scar. I don't know. You're more the expert on that.
Yeah, this would need a hefty cigar to stand up to it though,
Yeah.
because this is real. Like you said, it's drying. It's like for me, it's a little bit medicinal forward. I don't know what the hell that is because I don't remember that in any of these.
uh, I'm sort of
Um,
between the Ford Gate and the BB's Co. I'm trying to say BB Co instead of BBC.
man,
Super chat here from William says, "Come to Canada for the rye and the buds." like, like friends, friends buds, or like bud.
William Toulouse.
William Toulouse. Is it Toulouse? Like bourbon in Toulouse?
Jason, what's the
Cheers to you,
NBA
William.
behind you? That is NBA Jam.
2K. Jam.
NBA
He's
Jam.
heating up.
Exactly. He's heating up.
Do you have NFL Blitz also?
No, I got that, and then I have Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. It was my favorite game growing up.
Nice.
Me and my friends going to this one deli almost every day in the summertime, trying to kick each other's ass on that game. That's it.
Hey, we got Don Nishida in the chat now. Welcome, Don. Just saw you yesterday as well. Thanks again for that bottle of scotch. I'm thanking people for scotch now. Can you believe it? It's crazy.
Oh, dude, yeah. So I got to ask you how. I mean, we touched on it a little bit on Malt Madness, but when you left Scotland, what were kind of your? Did you find any favorite distilleries that you really enjoyed? I mean, I know it's a different ballgame. You're trying it right out of the cask, which is It's a whole other experience of single malt.
Yeah, it's a different ball game. Yeah. Brook for sure. I mean, not just because of the, drinking straight out of the cask in the warehouse, but also like the classic Lottie. Like, it's just a real solid, easy to drink. I think that's a gateway scotch for a lot of bourbon drinkers.
I couldn't agree. Could not agree more.
Region-wise, even though we didn't go there, Speyside, like a lot of Speysides, we actually had a Campbelltown that was a private or a single cask that was from Campbelltown from, I think, Glen Scotia. I might be wrong about that. I don't know, but it was really good, and also cask strength never hurts. So
yeah. Cask strength definitely helps when it comes to single malt.
For sure.
Yeah, Brook Lottie, Boonhaven, Glen Scotia. Those are probably my favorites. If I wanted to do like something like Pete did, maybe a little coastal. I'm a huge fan of Talisker as well.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
and
up there,
Glen Alecky. Also, Glen Alecky, 12, 13 year, barrel proof, ex bourbon, ex sherry, things like that. I was like, hello. Super chat from Frozen Spirits, drinking in Alaska. Thank you for that super chat. Thanks for another great time. Cheers. Time to go. TTFN ta-ta for now. Well, thank you for joining us, for your support, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Bang. Cheers to you. And another super chat here from Nick. Bang, bang. Saying, Old Pepper single malt burb worth $53. Cheers. I haven't had that one. Jason, have you?
Old Pepper came out with a single malt? Damn, everyone's doing it now.
Yeah, actually, it was at Perry's. So Perry had his meetup yesterday, or this weekend, I should say. And at the bottle share, I did see that bottle. There was also 100 things in front of me, so I didn't grab it. But yeah, should have checked it out. Then I could have weighed in. But thank you, Nick.
I'm a big fan of the Yellowstone single malt. I do like what they did with that.
I haven't had that one. I don't think.
I know you guys just reviewed the Claremont single malt.
Mm-hmm.
I have that bottle. I'll probably review it this week. I'm looking forward to trying that as well. I'll have to watch your video to see what you guys thought of it, but I don't want to get swayed.
True.
You know how that goes.
Absolutely, I do. Also, no spoilers, so people go watch it.
Exactly.
Give us the views, precious. We're sitting here sipping on this fourth one, and I just had a sip of it, and I don't know, like it is wildly different from the previous three, but I'm sort of coming around to it. It's not as drying as the first sips. I'm getting just more of the perception of age and sort of the barrel. I actually got a kind of nice little Kentucky hug on that last one.
And
Definitely the cherry is still there.
it's funny you say that too, because it's becoming less medicinal to me. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, we call it the flight fight effect. You're drinking things back to back. The more time you spend with something individually, the more your opinion can change on it. And I think this just might be one. We always say Four Roses is either it's going to stand up well in a flight or it's going to go straight to the last, just because they have a pretty, also depending on the recipe, a pretty unique and diverse taste portfolio, let's call it.
Yeah,
And
for
it
sure.
can help it, or it can come in like number one, like yours and ours, 2021, I think,
Yeah.
or 22, I can't remember, 2021, yeah, best whiskey of the year. Or it can, like, sometimes things come in last in a flight fight if it's Four Roses. Just completely depends. Shoot, I don't know. Bottle guess wise, I'm just gonna write something down.
Nate, it's the Classic Lottie, which is the gateway Scotch for bourbon drinkers. The Brook Lottie, Classic Lottie,
Yeah.
which is you can't miss it. It's a bright turquoise bottle.
Here it is, a little 200 mil.
Oh, you got the wee laddie.
The way classic laddie. That's right. Yeah.
I like that.
Shout out to the Hopgoods for that. Yep. Okay. Making my notes.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost with four. I'm not sure where to go with that one. I thought I had two of these locked in. Now after having four, my whole mindset is just gone.
Yep.
Yep, that's what will happen. Okay, let's try
Well,
number 5, Bob. Okay.
got one left. Ooh, that's bright. I mean, maybe just in comparison, but yeah. It's
Yeah, this,
all I know is
I'm not getting the age on this at all. This is a little bit brighter for me.
yeah. It's the first one really with some citrus in it.
Citrus, yeah, actually, that's a good call.
Yeah, lighter and brighter.
Definitely lighter and brighter. I don't know. I'm not sure what the age on this is, but I don't think it's that. There is something a little bit funky in there too.
So, to remind the crowd, the Barstow Bourbon Company 4-Gate is a combination of an Indiana 7-year. That's the lion's share. It's 90% of it. And then 10% is a Tennessee 17.
Oh, maybe that's what that is. Maybe
it's a 7-year rye, by the way. 57% rye. 90% of it is this. But then it's also rum barrel finish, so I'm liking the nose more. I smell it. It's just it was such a stark contrast to 4.
Oh my god. Yeah, coming off of 4, this is off the rails here.
Off the chain.
Off the chain.
Yeah. All right, let's drink the sucker.
Oh. Man, I think it's
absolutely Richie Z.
On this one too, I think it's better than I think it smells better than it tastes.
Yes, Foursquare. You think it smells better than it tastes?
Yeah. And I don't know if, again, this might be coming off of the last one we just had.
Might be the flight fight effect. Yeah.
It's just not. It's not like hitting. Yeah, man. I'm getting citrus, like this citrusy maple candy on the last one.
Well, this runs everything because I had one left, obviously, and I don't think this is it. So I have messed up somewhere. I mean, obviously, that's not a big shock, but
So,
it ain't this last bottle.
um, so I had number one was one of two I was thinking of, and I just couldn't. So I guessed. I'm like, maybe
That's
it's
true.
that
I
one.
did. I did write down two for one. So yeah, but I
Well, yeah,
can't.
the
Switching
two,
them doesn't make sense.
yeah, two, three, and four. Three, I feel like I got. Two and four, I'm still kind of out on. I'm not really sure where we are with those yet. But this last
Yeah.
one, I feel like could be the other guess from one that I was thinking of, but maybe not. Maybe I switched them. This could be real ugly real soon.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm gonna need another piece of paper.
Man, which one is that?
Shoot.
I mean,
Just on.
I have one left, so I'm gonna have to use that guess, I guess. Let me go back to. Oh yeah, I can't switch answers. That's right. That's not my game tonight. So I'm just
Well,
gonna
if you
have
wrote
to
down it, if you wrote down two, you can obviously pick now which of them you thought it was. But you're still gonna do better off than me, and I'm gonna be able to rearrange mine. So that's gonna be embarrassing.
dude, go back to one and smell it. Oh my god. One
Oh
smell.
yeah.
One smells so good. Oh, dude.
Pancakes with maple syrup or
Oh,
something. Like it's just maybe it just smells like comfort food, but
holy.
oh, I
What
like
happened?
one.
What happened to glass one? That got phenomenally better just sitting out.
Yeah.
Oh, that is like a Yankee candle in a glass. Holy
I was
crap.
gonna say it smells like a candle. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, shoot. Okay, I'm doing this then. So
I'm
maybe
going.
this becomes
I'm going-
that, or should I flip 3 and 4 or 3 and 5? Daggone it! Wish I had more experience with that makers, because that's really tripping me up. I don't know where to put it.
Okay, I think I have my answers locked in. I have a good shot at three of these. The other two, I don't know. They might be mixed up. They could be, but I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I haven't had Rebel 10 in a minute.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I'm
Well,
kind of like you. The 4-gate, I reviewed that a while back. Calumet 16, man. I don't think I've had that since the end of last year.
yeah, it was on our blind best of the year, and I haven't had it since then.
The Bardstown I just reviewed too. So I feel like there's a
We
certain
haven't done
thing.
a
There's a
official
certain
review yet.
Yeah, there's a certain thing in the Foursquare that when I reviewed it, I didn't think it was actually that impressive for $160. I thought it was okay. I wanted more rum in it. I wasn't getting like if you're gonna tell me you're putting Foursquare on it, like I want to taste the Foursquare, dude. I don't want this little light kiss of Foursquare, especially for $160.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might need a room for that on number one too. Holy crap, that smells good.
Yeah, it
God
does.
dang it.
And that's the beauty of doing blinds. You can be like, I like this thing a lot more, or at least comparatively to the other four in the room. I like this a lot more than maybe you realize. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Jason. To be fair, I'm locking in mine without moving anything around. So
Yeah,
I'm going to be wrong. I want to be
gonna-
wrong on my first guess.
if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right.
That's right, exactly. First, let's get your ranking that you did before we started tasting. So,
Okay, so I thought. Oh wait,
Let's
do
go
we
with-
need to rank? We need to rank these real quick too, right? What we like
We
the best.
do actually. Yeah, we do.
We do need
Daggone
to-
it.
Yeah, we do need to rank.
Shoot.
These too.
All right. You rank yours, and I will engage with the chat, and then we will switch, so we're not just dead air for 30 seconds. Kooky Cats saying Calumet 16 is excellent. I mean, I think for the price, $160 for a 16-year here in 2023 is actually pretty exceptional when you think about it. It follows the $10 a year rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty good, and I definitely like it more than the 14. 15 is pretty good, but I thought as they got older, they just got better, which doesn't always happen, right? Um, so Richie Z is saying the Ludens in Calumet 15 too. Well, you're talking to Scott, so I'm in the middle of a conversation. But Scott said the Ludens sounds like Calumet 16. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I was thinking that too, dude. But yeah, when I thought about it, I could be wrong on my guesses just based off of that because I remember Calumet having a very. I didn't really remember it as much on the 16 as I got on the 15. Calumet 15, I thought was even more of a cherry like bomb to me.
That's
16,
what Cookie Cat said. Calumet
oh,
15
that's
is
the
Ludens,
same
not
thing.
not 16. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought 16 was a little bit less, but this bottle of Calumet that I have is actually pretty low, so maybe it's coming out a little bit more. I don't know.
Yeah, ours is three-fourths,
Yeah,
if that.
mine is. Did she leave him here? Yeah, so mine. This is where my Calumet is.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Calumet 16. So
Ben Drammond, cheers, gang. Just got back from the beach. What I miss? Five mystery pours that we're ranking. Well, they're not mystery. We don't know what's what though.
yeah, we don't know what order these are in, but we know the bottles in it.
We're getting ready to rank them by taste. We've already ranked them before we started, just by label, by memory. We're also doing bottle guesses, and then we'll do the big reveal at the end.
All right.
Chill.
All right. So
Chill.
here's
So,
here's my rank. So here's my ranking.
what,
Um,
you're by taste?
just I locked in my ranking by taste. Or well, you
Well, I
want
haven't
the
done
ranking
mine.
I had beforehand?
I haven't done mine by taste yet.
Okay,
So
okay,
let
yeah.
me
All
let
right.
me do by taste. You chat ask Jason some questions, and
Bring
let
them,
me
bring them
let
on.
me figure this out real quick.
Bring on the questions, guys. What do you got? Kagan C says still never get a full cherry note on Calumet 15. It's always been I could see raspberry for sure on 15. Yeah. What rack number does Jason have for the Calumet 16? This is rack 4006.09. That's my
Oh,
rack
I
number.
got the 5.09.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I love getting raspberry in a whisk. That's like one of my favorite notes to find between raspberry and butterscotch or butter pecan.
Butterscotch. Butterscotch, you
Butterscotch.
say?
Jason, how would you rank all the Calumets? I mean, if you're looking at, I do not like the low age ones like 10 and 8. I think they're terrible. But if I had to go with if you're talking about the last three, 14, 15, and 16, I'd probably go 16. I'd probably, man, 14. I'm trying to think. I might go 16, 14, 15 for me,
Mm.
possibly.
The black, what are they called? Black rack, black single rack
Yeah.
ones that are in the more like sort of
Yeah,
football
no,
shaped bottles.
yeah.
I've never liked those.
I never liked those either. I'm with you.
They kind of put a bad taste in my mouth for Calumet to begin
Hmm.
with. So when
Yeah.
people were on about the 14, the 15, the 16, I'm like, what are you talking about? So I had to get them, and yeah, they're definitely better. But those other ones, I was like, I don't know what all the fuss is about. This is tough. This is tough.
Yeah. No,
This is
I like this
hard.
idea of like figuring out our pre-ranking and then figuring out like
Yeah.
what it's going to end up being.
Man, the lemon on 5 is really there when you start going back and forth with all these. Like, the lemon is there. It is real.
Oh man.
Mm.
Yeah, five's getting better every time I go back to it.
Yeah.
let me try B again because my ranking. I really love the nose on B, but
Okay.
I don't know. Something about I like the depth of B.
Okay. I think I have mine ranked, and my palate is officially done.
Okay.
Jeez. I think I got it.
Dustin's having his Sam Houston 15. I loved that release so much. Talk about butterscotch in a bottle. Man, at least mine, the Kentucky variant of Sam Houston 15, the Kentucky blend, was just butterscotch
Oh,
all
I
day.
think I've got a Sam Houston 15 over there.
You
I
know,
think. I can't remember what I think about it. So let's get your. Um,
so you want my ranking?
let's do your ranking before the tasting first.
All right. So my ranking before we started, I thought it was going to
Mm-hmm.
be
Mm-hmm.
last place, the Makers BEP.
Okay.
Fourth place, the Rebel 10-year.
Okay.
Third place, the Bardstown Foursquare.
Okay.
Second place, the Calumet 16, and first place, the Fourgate Kelvin Collab 5. That's
Okay.
what that's what I thought my ranking would end up being.
Ours are close-ish.
Okay,
Close-ish.
close-ish.
Uh, close-ish. Again, this is before we started tasting these. Just looking at the labels and trying to think. Use the
Yep.
old noggin, the old hat rack.
The old hat rack.
I put yeah. I said in fifth place would be Rebel 10-year.
Okay,
Fourth place I put the Calumet 16.
okay.
Third place I put Maker's Mark, BEP.
Really,
Second place.
even with such little experience with it, you thought I was going to go up to
I was just
third.
going off the legacy, like how I've liked the other wood finishing series. Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
cool. All right.
Second place, I put the Bardstown Bourbon Company Foursquare. In first
Mhm.
place, just like you, I put the Fourgate Kelvin Collab 5.
All right, cool.
Now, let's get your number of the glass ranking, starting with fifth place.
Fifth place goes to letter C.
Glass number 3 or
I'm
C,
sorry.
whatever.
I'll do
No, it's
numbers.
fine. I should have gone with letters. Anyway, I'm gonna put 3C.
Okay.
All right,
Fourth place goes to 5E.
5 or E.
Third
Okay,
place goes to 2 or B.
2 or B.
Uh,
Okay,
second place second place goes to D or D or 4.
4. Yeah.
And first place goes to A, 1 steak sauce.
Well, I'm noticing a pattern both on our predictions and our taste through. We've got we got two in common actually. We got
Okay,
two in
cool.
common. Two in common. King Tut.
Tutankhamun.
Got the old King Tut, as they call
All
it
right.
in the biz. All right.
Nice.
Fifth place, I put Glass 3, Glass C.
Okay.
Fourth place, just like you, I put Glass 5, which is E.
Okay.
Third place, I put Glass 3, which would be C. I need to write these letters down by mine so I don't get confused.
Wait. What was your last place?
Maybe I started reading yours. Yeah, I think I started reading yours. Fifth
You have
place is
Yeah.
fifth place is actually 2. Fifth place is B, is Glass 2.
Oh,
Fourth
okay,
place is Glass. Yeah, Glass 5 is fourth place, or E.
Okay. Okay.
Third place is Glass 3, or C.
Okay. Okay.
Second place is Glass 4, or letter D. And first place is Glass 1, or A, just like you. So we had 2 We had 3. We actually had 3 match up on that. First place,
Yeah.
second place, and fourth place.
That's right. Yep.
So our third and fifth got
third and fifth are
swappity.
switched.
Swappity swap.
That'll be interesting to see which ones those are. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Now let's go guesses. Guesses.
All right. So here are my guesses.
Okay.
I guessed letter A. I was between 2 of them, and I'll kind of explain that here. Letter A, I have as a Kelvin collab, 4-gate.
Okay.
B, I have as the Calumet 16.
Mm-hmm.
But then after I tasted it, I'm like, I might be wrong about that.
Wait, you guessed it on the nose?
Huh?
What do you mean after you tasted it?
Like
You mean after you went through all 5?
After I went through them all, yeah.
Oh, okay. You were like, after I tasted it, I was like, what, you're guessing on the nose over here?
No,
That's ballsy.
After I tasted them, I was like, I'm not sure about that. But
Yeah,
I was
okay.
getting really like rich flavors on too, so I went with Calumet 16.
Gotcha.
3, that was the one I think I know exactly. I think that's the Maker's BEP. If I'm wrong, then I'll just leave now. 4, I guess the Rebel 10, and 5, I guess the Bardstown Foursquare. So those are my guesses. I was in between 1 and 5 as the possible 4-gate or Foursquare because I was getting such rich fruit flavors. I thought, man, one of those 2 could be that finish. So
as long as it had a 4 in it, though.
I honestly guessed the only reason why I thought 1 could be more the 4-gate was because of the proof. I thought it had a little bit more of a punchier proof to it.
Okay. Well, we're only lined up on our guesses with one bottle.
1 bottle?
So,
That's it?
Yeah.
This is gonna be bad or good. Here we go.
Yeah, I know. So, Glass A, letter A, or Glass 1, letter A, I put down as the Bardstown Bourbon Company Foursquare.
Okay. Oh man, this is if it is the Bardstown, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Who knows?
Okay.
The second Glass B, is the one that we agree on. I thought it's the Calumet 16, but then you said you were second guessing that, so
I was like I said, I was second guessing it once I went through, and then I tasted that medicinal cherry on 4.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
3, the third Glass C, I thought was a wheater, but I thought it was the Makers. The BEP.
That's what I guessed, Makers. So
nope,
yeah.
Sorry, reading the wrong list again. I thought it was a wheater, but I thought it was a Rebel 10.
You know, the Rebel 10 there. Okay.
I need to keep looking at the right list here.
Okay.
The fourth Glass D, I thought it was the Kelvin Collab 5. And the fifth one I thought was the Maker's BEP. Okay. Who knows? I know, because they're on the bottom over here. Results. Okay. So we're looking at 2 things here. We're looking at our bottle guesses as we drank, and we're also looking at how it's going to stack up to our how we would have ranked them just on our perception and our memory. So we're going to have to... I'll just reveal them, and then we'll see how bad we did.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I'm definitely not confident about 2 of them. I think the only one I'm confident about is C. I really think that if that's not Makers, like I said, I'll show myself.
Yeah, I got a star by it here for you.
Okay.
All right. We didn't agree. You think 1 is the 4-gate. I think it's the Bardstown Bourbon Company, but we both like this one the best, whatever it is.
Yeah, and I did think that it could have been either the 4-gate or the Bardstown. It was one or the other for me, but I went with 4-gate just based on what I think the proof was. That's it.
Oddly, I had Makers or Bardstown written down, but I circled Bardstown. All right, 1A actually is 4-gate.
Yes.
That is 4-gate. So
Damn.
I had that written down as my number one prediction. So far,
Yeah, me
I'm right.
too.
I guessed it as right. I got too many freaking
I,
things
I
written down.
I guessed it as Four Gate.
Oh no, I missed that one.
You guessed it. You guessed it as Bardstown. Yeah.
Yeah, I sure did. So that was wrong. So I was right and I was wrong.
Yeah.
All right.
Now
Yeah,
the
48, man.
second one we both guessed is Calumet 16, which
Yes. And I would have put Calumet as my. I got too many lists here, folks. As my last. Let's see.
pre-flight you had it as last place.
No, pre-flight I had it as fourth place.
Oh, okay, got you. All right.
Tasting, if this is the Calumet, I put it fifth.
Okay, let's see what we got.
2 actually is. Well,
What is it?
I'm trying to think if we got it right anywhere. No, it's Rebel 10 year.
That's Rebel 10 year,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
All right, so that has to be this thing then. Then I gotta think 4 is Calumet because of that.
I got it. I got it right in my prediction. I put it fifth in my prediction before we started, so I did get that one right. So I'm 2 for 2 on predictions.
You had it as. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you had it as fifth place. Yeah.
And I put it in fifth
I had
place.
I had it as second place, and I put it third for me. Interesting.
Yeah.
And
So
that one was Rebel 10 year. Holy shit.
Rebel 10 year. Yeah.
Nice.
So here's the big one for you. If this isn't Maker's Mark BEP,
This is like I said, I'll just show myself out. Just
obviously I predicted it wrong already. I thought it was Rebel 10. We already know that can't be possible. And I put this one third on taste, and you put it last? Is that right?
this was my last place, and it was also my last place prediction.
You are correct. Yep. So let's see. Glass 3 or C is actually.
I can't even look. Oh, it's wrong, isn't it? What is it?
I'm sorry, Jason. It is actually. After this commercial break. WhiskeyAmbitions.com is our home on the internet for these Glencairns, the hat that I'm wearing, this new Rye or Die green t-shirt. We also have these lens covers, which trap the nose. You can get in there real well. It also protects gnats in the summertime for getting in and running your whiskey. That's WhiskeyAmbitions.com. We also have new challenge coins, bottle cut candles, more always coming soon. That's WhiskeyAmbitions.com. And we're back. Before we left for the break, everything was hanging on Jason's prediction of Glass 3 of C being Maker's Mark BEP. Jason, I'm sorry, but...
Come on, it can't be not... What is it? Is it the Bardstown?
I'm sorry, Jason, but it's actually...
You're killing me.
Maker's Mark BEP. You got it right.
Oh, don't do that to me, man.
You got it right. You're going to win Malt Madness. You're going to win. Yeah. So...
dude.
I put that last in taste, and I guessed it was going to be third, so I was wrong there. You guessed it would be last, and you put it middle. You put it third.
No.
So there you go. You like it more than you thought.
No. I had it fifth place. You're reading yours again.
Damn it! someone label these. For crying out loud.
I had it across the board. I had it as a.
You did. You had a trifecta.
Last place
of it being last.
Guessed it, and yeah, fifth place. Once I tasted it. Okay.
You are correct, sir.
All right. So.
Well, we're down to the last two, so this is going to reveal a lot from these two. I bottle guessed it as Oh man, I bottle guessed it as Kelvin Collab, which is already wrong. Uh, you bottle you bottle guessed it as Rebel
I
10, right?
I guess it is Rebel 10, which is we know is wrong.
Yeah.
But after
So we're
tasting
both
it,
wrong.
and after getting that cherry, I mean, if I could, I would maybe think that that's the Calumet.
Could be. We both put it in second place off of taste.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yep.
our
I
actual second place.
which is interesting because I think, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that cherry,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I mean, that cherry is hard to miss.
So it's either Calumet or Bardstown Bourbon Company. Those are the only
Yep.
two that's left.
Yeah, and I couldn't remember Bardstown having that much cherry to it. So
Yeah. So here we go. Our actual second place on the taste, and both of our wrong bottle guesses, is it is the Calumet 16.
that's the Calumet.
So
Damn.
second place. That is very surprising for me. I put that second place on taste.
Yeah,
Wow.
I put it a second as well. I really liked it, but I don't know why I didn't. I'm very disappointed in myself that I didn't see that as Calumet off the bat. But okay,
So that
whatever.
means we both put Glass E or Glass 5 as fourth place in that process of elimination. Let me just double check. Yes, this is the Bardstown Bourbon Company Foursquare.
Yep.
So we both like that fourth.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was a really interesting flight. Wow. Okay. I mean, I
And
just think,
five,
yeah. I mean,
I think it really it might be the most flight fight effecty of these five. The last one, Glass 5, which we now know as the Bardstown Foursquare. It's got this citrus in there that I wouldn't think you would get from a rum barrel finish thing, but the more I sat and just drank what we now know is the Bardstown, the more I got used to it, because this one we said had the most citrus of any of the
yeah,
five. So I think it
yeah.
was sort of the taste outlier. And the more you sat with it, the more, like, you just, because when I first opened this up and poured it, I was really impressed with it. I was like, hey, this is pretty solid. So I think it kind of does suffer from the flight fight effect. But
I think it does.
regardless,
Yeah. I
it
mean,
came in fourth.
yep. And maybe in a good way too, because if you're trying to pick them out, I mean, knowing
Yeah.
that it's like rye and a little, Tennessee, I mean, that rye whiskey really, I think that citrus comes out. I think the Foursquare
Yeah.
kind of elevates it. That like you said, that lemon like curd it has. I mean, it's crazy. It's pretty forward on that one.
Yeah. Welcome,
Uh,
Michael.
Michael S.
We're getting a lot of that was fun, and this was really cool.
Awesome.
And Richie Z super chat here. Cheers, Chad and Jason. Fantastic live. Well, there you go. Thank you so much, Richie. I'm
That's
going to
funny.
toast you with my number one most liked, the 4-Gate Kelvin 5. Boom.
I gotta not hold the middle. There you go. That's better.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm like doing this. I'm like, here's a
dang.
cheers.
Dink, dink. Yeah.
Didn't do anything.
Well, I just solidified what I already kind of thought, that Kelvin 5 was going to be a good best of the year contender. And
It's up there.
obviously, yeah, and they normally are. Batch 3? It's either 2 or 3. I want to say it was 2, actually. Was, I think, our best finished whiskey of the year, blind.
Yeah.
And some releases have been better than others, but I remember tasting this one at the 48 thing and thinking, like, wow, I think this is another great year for it. And I mean, it
Yeah,
won this blind anyway, so
Yeah, I think they really hit a home run with Kelvin. The Kelvin collabs
yeah,
somehow each and every year the last few years have found its way into my top 10 every year. It's
yeah,
like when people ask me, "Hey, I want to buy a 4-Gate," I'm not really I'm really not crazy about spending 200, but I do want a bottle of it. So if I have the 200, what should I get?
which one?
I I'm like, just get a Kelvin collab because
Yes,
they're
or
consistently most worth it.
yeah, or people will be like, I'm looking for a graduation present, or I'm looking for whatever it is. I want to spend about $200, for a really nice bottle. What do you
Yep.
recommend? I'm like, well, get a Kelvin if you can find it, because you can't really go wrong. I mean, as long as they, if they regularly drink Woodford Reserve and they're more like a 90 proof person, then that one's going to be a little bit, But hey, add water, right? Stretch that bottle out.
I don't know. I gotta say, you and I both must have had really good Rebel 10 single barrels, because the one I have is so good. It's really
No
good.
kidding. Let's see. That was Rebel was. Where the hell's the results? Did I stop writing down the results? I sure did. It was this one. God.
God, and that Calumet is like cherry Garcia ice cream. I think I'm starting to get a little bit of that
Yeah.
raspberry that one of the people were saying in the chat. Yep.
Uh huh. Here's the
Oh
thing
yeah.
about Rebel 10.
Yep.
It used to
Yep.
be, when it was $50, a phenomenal buy. Phenomenal. But that just couldn't last. So now it's 100 or more. And
Yeah. I mean,
I
it wasn't
mean,
gonna last. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it wasn't
it's
gonna
still
last.
pretty decent for $100. I mean, it came in second against a
Yeah.
$200 bottle.
Seriously.
So
I mean,
take that for
obviously,
what it
again,
is.
it plays into, is it, do you get I think Chad and I both just had some really good barrels here tonight.
Yeah, mine's from
Yeah, what's your,
barrel fill March 2010.
mine's barrel fill September 30th, 2009.
Okay, so I got a COVID bottle 2020, right? March 2020 actually. Oh, when shit started to go down.
Yeah.
And you got a pre-COVID bottle.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yikes. Well,
Port
thanks for
Perry,
hanging out.
Port
Port
Perry,
Perry.
favorite from last year, so Scott Pigsley. Yeah, that one was really good too.
Oh yeah. That one was good. I like the Indiana Foundation 10-year. I didn't get to have the super rare Indiana Foundation one, but
I have a bottle
I
of
thought
that, and you're actually not missing a lot, to be honest.
really. Okay. Well,
It
maybe the
just
10-year was where it's
I
at.
think the hazmat just overtook a lot of the flavors, and the fact that it was
Sure.
14. I think the oak really
Yeah.
kind of overtook a lot. I think the 10 years where it's at.
Could
To be
see
honest.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That 10-year was pretty phenomenal. I like that one a lot. But the Port Perry was good.
So from the new Four Gates, what did you think of the Mizunara? Did you like that one?
I did. So we got the 4 samples. With all the 64 bourbons under 100, and then the Scotland trip. We haven't really had a live where we've been able to do those. I know you've done them. So that will be coming. Well, Sarah's gone next weekend as well, so look forward to another guest host. But I think soon we'll be doing those on a live because it's really overdue. So I can only gauge it from at that event. But the Mizunara, yes. What were the other two? Was one of them a Amberana?
Yeah, one was an Amburana, which was, I mean, that
Those
one.
either you're gonna like it or you're not, right? There's
Yep.
no in between on Amberana.
I think it even
Cinnamon Toast
even
Crunch.
even if you have a first fill versus second fill versus third fill, it's still enough of a flavor profile where, like you said, you're either gonna
Yeah,
love it or hate it. So,
yeah,
and then
for sure.
then the fourth one was um
Split stave.
the split stave. The split stave I was not
The
crazy about this year.
oak rye.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
I can't.
crazy.
I honestly can't remember.
Yeah, I was
But
not
yeah, I look
crazy.
forward to us doing that on a live sometime soon. But
Yep.
yeah, the Four Gate. Obviously, you can't go wrong with a Kelvin collab, in our opinion. And then the others, you just kind of have to try a little pour and then kind of make your decision off of that. But generally, they have really good stuff. But
So real quick before we kind of end the night here, what is
yeah,
I want to ask, what if you had to pick so far? We're almost half of the way into the year to 2023. What are kind of your top bourbon contenders that you've tried this year, or just whiskey in general? What have really kind of wowed you?
well, the thing about talking about,
Yeah, if
huh?
you give me like 2 or 3 of them, what do you think?
Sure. The thing about talking about, and the great thing about talking about these mid-year is you haven't had a lot of the LEs come out. So you're talking
Yeah.
about more typically readily available stuff.
Hmm.
Usually I say the Maker's BEP, but let's see, that Oh, that was 3, right? That was 3, so that came in third.
That was third for you. Yeah, that was third for you.
Too many notes. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Third for me. I don't know. I'll have to actually review it. Sarah and I have to actually review it before I really make up my mind about that one. But I've been really impressed with the Green River stuff, both the rye
Yeah.
bourbon and the wheated bourbon for the
Yep.
price. 90 proof that's tasting more like 100 proof, and it doesn't taste like the other 90 proofers. Actually, Tuesday, we've got a video about those two coming out. So those, what else? What even else? What even else is out there? Shoot. I'm looking at it, but it's not turned around. I can't see the label. The Still Austin, not Still Austin. Iron Root with Liquor Hound. The
The Saints Alley.
yes, thank you, Saints Alley. Those special releases have been pretty phenomenal, and they're not too pricey, especially for what they are. A little limited, but I see them sitting on the shelf, so. Those have been real good. I thought I was really loving this Foursquare. I think it might be the Flight Fight effect. We haven't officially reviewed that one either, but I'm looking for the next Discovery series. But the Origin series, that's the real star from BBC
dude,
right now.
I totally
Yes.
agree. That Origin
Yes.
series is killer.
The rye bourbon, the 100 proof wheater, the rye with the zebra barrel charring.
I put
those.
I put all three of those in like a fun little just this entire lineup is amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
Especially for the price points. Love it.
Definitely. Yeah, those.
Yeah. I would put Jack Daniel's 12 up there.
If you can find it. I can't find it.
Yeah,
not here. Not in Kentucky.
Found one, but I mean, I had the sample. It was really good. We tried it. We tried it on site. How good it was.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I do think that folks need to give it a few minutes when they first, because when I first opened my bottle to have it, it tasted different than the sample, and it tasted different than when we had it on site. But now that it's been open a little while, it's starting to get the like sweeter, richer flavors. So I think you need to give that one a little bit more time. Yeah, the Origin series is up there.
Yeah,
I probably put, I don't know if you got any of the K. Luke stuff yet, but
no.
K. Luke Barrel Proof Batch 4 could be like a poor man's Four Roses Ellie. It's that good.
Damn, that's pretty strong words. K. Luke.
It's that well blended. Yeah. So K. Luke is Jonathan Maisano. He owns Maisano Liquor Store, and he had a very, very prominent barrel pick program, and basically he turned it into a brand, and he was taking Kentucky barrels and Indiana barrels, doing some blending, and the dude just knows how to blend. I mean, they are really, really good. Yep. Yeah, the JD10 is very good too.
I'll look for that. Yeah. Yep. If you see another JD12, I'll let you boy, because I would like to have a bottle of that.
I might be able to hook you up with that. Let me see what a couple of Ohio guys got. Let me see what they got.
All right, cool.
All right.
And also, I was sort of sharing a list with you earlier, trying to decide what 5 we were going to pick, and you were like, I have this, don't have that. We should trade samples more often. Like, if I got this and you don't have it, let's just,
I actually just got this new.
Send it on.
I just got this new bottle that was very interesting to me. It's called JT Mellick. It's a rice whiskey.
Huh.
Out of Louisiana, and it's basically a crawfish farm. They grow the rice. The crawfish go to eat the rice, so that's how they catch all the crawfish. But JT Mellick makes whiskey out of the rice, and it is like, I had no idea it was going to be that good. You have to try that stuff.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I just had some road trip down to get some Tennessee Tasters for sure.
Oh yeah, the Tennessee tape. Sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. What's wrong with my mouse tonight? Go away. There we go. But yeah, so we're almost at 10 o'clock. Wow. Well, it takes
All right.
time to guess 3 different ways from Sunday about things and rank them.
I really do appreciate you having me on. I appreciate the
Oh
pre-Malt
yeah,
Madness
thanks for coming
break
on.
a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, I
That was good.
appreciate the idea of doing blind ranking 5 pours. It's like, what should we do, Jason? Got any ideas? It's like, actually, yes, I do. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I could see us doing this again in the future.
Yeah.
Because it's always eye opening. It never ever goes exactly the way you think. You might,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you get the number 1 right. You might get a one in the middle right, but I mean 5 for 5. Come on, who's that good?
Yeah, I mean,
Not
well,
here.
yeah, I mean, if next time you guys have a Wednesday night free, you want to come on my channel, I'd be happy to have you guys on. So
Cool. Yeah, for sure. For
definitely
sure, we're gonna do that. For sure.
for show, for show.
For sure.
Maybe you can. Here's an idea. Maybe I could send you a blind of a bunch of like new weird shit I have. You send me a blind of some stuff that I don't have, and then
Ooh, okay.
we kind of test each other and see how you guys do versus me. That might be fun.
I like that. I mean, obviously there will be 0 for 0 or 0 for 5 or whatever the number is bottle guesses, but
Yeah, I mean, who knows what the bottle guesses could be, but it just might be fun to see if we can guess at least like an age
totally.
or,
Just to see where we rank them or the proof or the
yeah,
age. Yeah, mash bill, all that jazz. Yeah, no,
yeah.
totally, totally.
Especially if it's like newer brands, you never know, what spot like that could shine for somebody watching that may have something new for people to go out and look for.
Completely, and that's where I'm definitely all about sharing samples, because you can get a little apprehensive about plopping down the money on an untested, unheard of brand, but you also have to do that to keep up with and being in the know. So yeah, I love it when like one person takes that risk and then they share it with others so they can weigh in on it, and that's the way to do it. So we can spread the gospel and have other people go out and buy those bottles.
Hell yeah.
Hells yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? But anyway, if anyone here in the chat if they do not know about Jason and the Mash and Drum and the Mash and Journey, Barrel Club, do yourself a favor and go subscribe to Jason, the Mash and Drum, and join his Patreon if you'd like to be in the Mash and Journey Barrel Club. And just do all the things. Follow him on his OnlyFans and just everything. He does a lot of feet stuff. So if you're into that, go follow him. A lot of water. He puts the feet in the water.
Yep.
It's good. It's good. A lot of gabagoo, whatever.
Yeah, be on the lookout tomorrow on Instagram. Just close-ups of my gabagool.
Oh, hello. Ha. You can only say that in the 10 o'clock hour. Hello. Yeah, but thanks for coming on, man. Really enjoy it. I always enjoy it when you come on and hang out, and we'll have to do it again soon.
All right, cheers, man. I really appreciate the time, and say hi to Sarah for me, and I hope you guys are doing well. And next time we do this, we're gonna set it up on my channel, man, because I've been on your channel too many times. I need to return the favor here. It'd be really cool to have you guys on. So.
Let's do it. All right, well, let me find the thing that says, thanks for watching. We will see you next Sunday. That girl on the left there won't be here, but I will with someone else.
Wow, I look a lot more attractive next to Chad there.
You've done something with your hair. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next Sunday. Till then, drink more bourbon. Bye-bye.